sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, party people?
Yo.
Talking tokens in the house on a Tuesday. We got a big episode today.
Tuesday.
We got special guests. We got giveaways. We got coin of the week, a new section of our show. But let's get it rolling here. My name's Adam. That's Mike up in the corner, top right.
Hell yeah.
Simple Crypto John is now frozen and upside down. Hell. And special guest down here in the right-hand corner. Oh, we're here, right-hand corner. Jeff Myers.
I'm still here.
Hey, everyone. What's up? What's up?
John, you are still here, but we can't really see.
We can't tell. We couldn't tell.
It's looking good as usual, though.
He'll get that straightened out.
I'm here in spirit.
In Shiva spirit.
Look at that. We got 2 live viewers already. Thank you for tuning in. So, Jeff, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah, life is good. Life is good. I got invited a few weeks ago. Had to bail. So thanks for having me.
Right.
I'm definitely not as smart as you guys on the whole crypto game, but and talking tokens. But I've been in it.
Nah, you're just as dumb as we are. Don't worry.
Yeah,
exactly.
Aren't we all? Right? Aren't we all?
Okay, now we roll with this, John. We did lose John.
I got it early. It's been a fun ride. I kind of forgot about it back in like 2018, 2019, and then the past year or two has been kind of fun.
And then you check your bank account. Oh, that's 2 places there. Yeah, you check your bank account. You're like,
you check your wallet. You're like, ooh, all right.
Okay, wait,
as long as you can recover the wallet or whatever, you have to see where.
Right. Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
John, you're back, buddy.
There we go.
Hey, we got a Facebook user that didn't leave their name and said hi. So we don't know who it is. We got another one says hello. So wow.
No, that was me responding to them.
Oh, oh yeah. So
the record.
Yeah, that was simple cryptocurrency. I get it now. So yeah, if you're a Facebook user, please type your name in front just so we know. We can't really, for some reason, it doesn't bring in the names. But anyway, well, so yeah, John, you missed Jeff's introduction. He's just saying he's been in the game since 2018. We're all kind of dummies, just trying to learn a little bit more, and that's why you guys tune in.
Yeah,
Jeff's a vet. Got us beat.
Good example.
Got all of us beat.
Mike, your LinkedIn work, but we'll get into that in just a second. So first off, I wanted to introduce. We just hit 500.
500, baby. I think we're at 505.
And we are giving away 1 million of John's Shiba Inu coin.
Woo!
That's right.
So
you could
all
be
you got to do
a Shiba
Air. All you got to do is subscribe. So I gave you all the links in the comment section below. So subscribe if you're not already to our Facebook group. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Clink. And then leave a comment on the Facebook video tagging a friend. So maybe your friend, isn't part of the group. Maybe your friend
tag all your friends. That's how you got to do it.
And maybe your friend needs to
That's learn. How you win giveaways. You just spam all your friends.
Right. So just be that annoying person.
That's how you get kicked off Twitter.
I got banned from Twitter doing all the dumb BitBoy giveaways.
Shit.
That's like the only thing I do on Twitter is just do is giveaways. That's the only thing I do.
Damn, I don't even have a Twitter account.
If you did, you might be winning something. So
maybe, yeah.
It's like having an Ethereum account and getting some airdrops,
Yeah. Well, when the hell did Twitter get popular? Like it just came out of nowhere, and became popular. I guess it's when Trump started using it.
I mean, no, it was way popular before Trump.
Jack Dorsey. Okay. Jack Dorsey. I mean, he's a big proponent of Bitcoin and like the decentralization. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of things, but
that's actually Mike. That was a good lead into our first little link here.
What do we got?
Bitcoin Taproot. So Taproot, we talked about Taproot a couple episodes back. It officially has been activated as of
Taproot
last week. So, in one of Jack Dorsey's companies, Square's Cash App, all Jack Dorsey guys is going to be using Taproot supported addresses come December. So basically, it just means it's going to be easy to send Bitcoin through the Cash App using the Taproot.
So it's more privacy, lesser fees. So and you can maybe do smaller transactions at maybe you can bundle them.
Nice.
Yeah, it takes out that intermediary, right? It takes out the middleman and makes it more connected, like a lot of these other coins try to do.
Yeah, it's going to give Bitcoin more programming. So this is what is Taproot. If you don't remember what Taproot is, it's going to give it a little bit of programmability. So it's going to start having, it can have apps on top of it instead of just being store value. It's going to consolidate transactions to make it faster. So you're going to be able to do more transactions per second comparatively. And then have multiple signatures, but then also signatures like using SegWit, which allows you to have a signature on top of it, but then have multiple signatures, but conceal the back end of all those signatures so there's more privacy. So you can have like smart contracts.
Multiple inputs and then like privacy output.
Yeah.
Or something.
So like I can sell my Bitcoin if Jeff, Mike, and Adam sign it, but then you're only going to see one address on the other side, but it's still like validated. So there's security, programmability, and the last major upgrade was like SegWit. A couple years ago. So
and we
last time
see a pump, like some sort of pump, or after, or it's just good things. People may or may not know about it just as an average user, but it sometimes has that effect. Like the halving.
Jeff's got a cool artwork in the back.
Would you say it's less about speed? Oh yeah, this is a Bansky.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. I've got a artwork thing back there also. I don't know what it is. I found it. I thought it was pretty nice.
John got it from
So Jeff, you own
back.
some artwork, but do you own any NFTs?
NFT.
Ooh.
$1 million question.
I do not. It's funny. I've been very skeptical about NFTs, but I mean, you see people buying. I get the concept, but to me, it's a little risky. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's secure art, but man.
Hey, we got Chris online.
Chris,
Chris,
the
what's up,
whole,
brother?
the whole hillbilly station's getting on. There we go. Chris is clapping.
We got to bring Chris on next time.
I actually invited him. I was talking to him last week, and I said, "What's going on?" I don't think he does. He doesn't believe in the cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency. He doesn't believe in it quite yet.
Yeah. All right.
Well, he's the
Give it
perfect
some
one.
time.
We got to draw him in.
We just got to give him some time. Then we'll see the gains.
I told him, I was like, let's go meet
There
up
you
at the hookah. I was like, let's go meet up at the hookah place over near Taco Bell in Vienna and just and chill for like 4 hours talking.
Oh, the infamous Taco Bell.
Let's do it.
That hookah place still there?
Who's bringing the VW?
If it's still there,
Yeah, right?
I mean,
Sure, rock
who
it.
knows?
Probably changed hands a million times.
John's gonna drive the 240.
Yeah, man. We show up in the GTR next time.
Shiba,
When Shiba is a cent, what did I say? I'd buy you an NSX. Is that what I said?
who are you pointing to, Michael?
I don't know. It was either Mike or Adam. I don't remember what.
Yeah, I think. Hey, I'll take that as extra.
Okay.
Yeah, what was my deal? I should have got a deal.
I don't know. I'll get you an old school NSX. I'll get Mike like the new one, and they'll both be white.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
White favorite.
I'm down. But anyway, yeah. So
yeah, NFTs. Yeah, they have value just because. What is art? People just it's digital art. You have digital rights to something that's unique, that's non-fungible, and
Jeff, are you
it's
you're a
easily
you're a video gamer, right? Do you play like
With
video games?
with two kids, not so much anymore, but yeah.
I mean, like, but you understand, like, if you're playing Fortnite, like, people put a lot of value in the avatars, and like, you can spend money all day on like different little unique things. So I think
that's only,
people that
that's all you can continue. I mean,
people that see that, they're like, oh man, I want to get the most unique only version of a hat, and they'll pay $30 for it. So it's kind of the same concept. It's just digital property. But if you can understand that digital hat is valuable, then you can understand.
Call it digital clout, right? That's where we're at now.
Yeah. So it's NFTs are just a way to get into that space. And
right. We see Mana, Decentraland, and all these, Meta. So this is, you can own property. You can own, So do you want to buy property in Decentraland? Go right ahead. You can be a property manager of virtual land.
So
let's talk about the prices this week. So it looks like we got a little bit of action in not the most favorable way this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not to kill the nice little vibe we got going here, but yesterday and then 2 days. So let's step back. We had our 2 episodes 2 days ago. 2 weeks ago. We missed last week because there was a congratulations due to Mr. Michael.
Oh, snap.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Popping out offsprings.
You're a real adult now. Damn.
That's
So
my little
congratulations.
baby NFT right there.
Yeah, baby NFT, right?
Thank you, guys.
We couldn't do it. We couldn't do the show last
Mom
week.
and baby are good.
Busy in real life, and so we had projected. At least we thought it was going to go up to like 68,000, and look right there where it was. But then the next day, like fell off, and
Yeah.
The new all-time high is 69,000.
right. So yeah, since the last show we hit 69, which that was an all-time
Pretty damn good.
all-time.
I don't know if you guys heard what happened, what caused the crap, or I guess the little trip up here. But
So
from
what do
what
you
I
think?
understand, like some whale moved a bunch of Ethereum to Kraken like yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever. And the anticipation is, he's gonna unload a bunch of Ethereum, but a bunch of other whales like beat him to it. Just the anticipation of one whale is about to sell causes a mass reaction of other whales to sell before he does, and that's what caused like the price to come
So,
down.
like the rumor of him selling is going to cause other people to actually sell. And
Right.
then he's like, wait, and then everyone's jamming through more on the network, pumping up the gas prices and stuff.
Right,
Yeah,
but everything's down. Everything's in the red.
And I think with any, we've seen a big upswing, right, in the past week, really,
Right.
month, year. I mean, anything's due for a correction.
Yeah, you're right. It's a good correction.
Yeah,
It's pretty healthy.
It's a pretty healthy correction, and you saw when it went down heavy today, and it started going back up. Right, that's a good sign.
Right.
Slightly.
So we've been monitoring this big yellow brick road here. I mean, this is since like April 2020, April 2021 when we had the big drop. So, I mean, what the action that we just saw today is relative to this grand scale of this upward movement is just kind of normal. So it feels like it's a pretty big drop, and it feels like it's, not warranted, but here's the bone zone we've been talking about. We haven't even touched the bone zone again yet. So a confirmation on that, and then movement back up. I actually think there's going to be a little bit more pain. I don't think we're done with the drop yet. I think it's going to do like one more quick liquidation of some people, make it hurt, and then
pain train coming.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like as we go into the holidays, people are going to. I mean, the smaller holders are going to start selling off a little bit.
The retail.
I need cash. I need to do this, and then after that happens,
quite possible.
People recover, and then things go back up.
But we do have some nice support around the 60,000 zone, so that's
right. So we know that was like a month-long resistance, and then we just turned it into a support. So if we can make that a major support, it's a 60. I mean, 60,000 for a long time was like the dream number, and now we're complaining that it's at.
Right. It's not blasting off from here.
So we are.
So yeah, I mean, all the coins are kind of following the same thing. Ethereum all-time highs last week, I think at 48. Yeah, that's the high right there, 48.67, according to Coinbase. Obviously, it kind of fell off. Some of the other big players, Solana, didn't have as big of a move. It's actually looking pretty decent on a fib line here at 216. ADA is like in life support right now. I was hoping it would hold this $2 line, but I needed to go back up. But if everything moves up, it'll move up. It's going to go with it.
Buy the dip.
Speaking of our special Shiba giveaway, John is kind of doing this, consolidation pattern, kind of almost like a bull flag here. But what do you think? It's going to make a move anytime soon?
Hopefully. I mean, I don't think this is the end of Shiba. I feel like the story just kind of started.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, overall, it's pretty healthy. I know it's kind of hard to watch it slide down every day, but if you just kind of zoom out, you can kind of see just generally how things move and how things react, and it just looks pretty normal. It's just kind of reconsolidating, and at some point, once Bitcoin has done its rally, the money will move into alts.
So we've talked about Axie Infinity a couple of times over the show, and one of our users, Long, I think that's your friend, Mike, right?
Yeah. Yep.
This comment, I don't know what he was replying to, but he posted up there. Look at it. That's price action. Looked pretty solid over the year, and really didn't take a big hit today. Actually,
it ties into the NFTs because you own the NFTs to then play the game.
Yeah. So, pretty much everything was down, no matter what you bought.
I think Mana, Decentraland was like maybe the only thing that looked to be like 3% up or something. So
I don't even think I have that one on the chart here. But all right, let's move on.
Nonetheless, what we got?
This is just we talked about Brave last week, I think, but Brave is building its crypto-centric. I guess it launches a built-in crypto wallet into the Brave account. So this is just an update to that, and they'll have their own version of their wallet. I guess right now they use like MetaMask or a couple different things, but they're just continuing development on the Brave BAT coin.
Wasn't that the browser that you said you were using, Adam, instead of like Chrome, and then
I don't have it on my Mac.
The token.
Yes, yeah. So you as you're using it, you make BAT like by naturally just using it. It blocks like ads, and you can actually deposit the BAT that you earn to creators that you like, so you can have it like donate if you wanted to, or you just keep it for yourself, which I do.
There's a good Reddit thread that goes over the Brave browser.
Yeah, it works really good on your phone and Android. And I don't know if it's an iPhone or not, but
it's available. It's available on everything. I think even the Windows phone.
Nice.
Windows phone.
Does it have those?
No, they don't.
Yeah, I was like, I know BlackBerry was trying to come back.
I had a buddy who held out to the end.
All right, so let's do a new section. This is called the Coin of the Week.
That's the coin of the week.
There we go. Coin of the Week. We're going to do a new series every week. We're going to highlight a coin. Could be anything. Just something that we want to focus on for this week. And this week, we're going to look at
what do we got?
Ethereum name service, ENS.
ENS.
Which just dropped on Coinbase today.
Yeah.
Tell us about this Enos. Enos the penis.
Coin of the Week. Is this you, Mike, still posting on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, tell me what is Coin of the Week? I've watched a couple times, but what is Coin of the Week? Is that something that we
just started.
It's a good idea.
It's a live. This is the first prototype of Coin of the Week, but basically we're just going to highlight any coin that week and talk about it for just kind of a section on a specific coin. And today we're picking ENS.
Cool. Tell me about this Enos the penis.
ENS,
Never heard of it.
ENS is basically there you go, decentralized naming for wallets, websites, and more. But it's basically like, imagine you have a wallet or an address, and you want people to send you money. You're like, okay, well, how do I do that? Well, I can give you like a QR code, or I can give you the 64-digit private key or public key that you can send to me. Well, they're trying to consolidate that down to basically effectively like a DNS, like john.eth. And if you can send money to john.eth, it has your public keys assigned and registered to that Ethereum naming service. And so it makes it's a consolidated place where like you basically register and buy that, just like you would buy a domain. You can buy your ENS, and eventually you'll have like avatars, and it'll be like your global way to communicate between different websites too. Using the Ethereum blockchain, and
making you
pretty dope. I like that.
So it's like your basically your Web3 username, just like it's saying here. Like, so you can go claim your name now, like simplecrypto.eth, For a certain amount of Ethereum, you pay for like year, just like you would a domain. And
I think it's around $10.
right, and then here you can
2 years.
basically register all of your coin addresses, so that anybody can send Doge to that, anybody can send Ethereum, Bitcoin, and it knows the actual public key that's registered to that domain or name.
Where to direct it to.
Right. So like if I send it, it just makes it easy. Just be like, hey, send it to emsh.eth and boom.
Right.
They don't have to worry about what the actual addresses are or where.
Yeah, so make it way more retail friendly. I like that.
Yeah. So I think it kind of brings like the internet world into the Ethereum crypto blockchain world together.
Yeah.
And it's actually made by some of the creators of Ethereum.
Okay. All right. I approve.
And eventually they're going to try to bring in traditional domain names, I think. But right now they're looking at .eth. They have .xyz. And I think there was going to be a .club. And I guess they're going to try to bring in a regular
name. I think .eth is pretty cool. So
yeah, I think XYZ is kind of cool. Or yeah, .eth is cool too.
What does XYZ stand for? Like, what is that supposed to be?
Examine your zipper.
Yeah, I don't know what the domain.
Your e-ness is showing.
But yeah, then it's going to have, you know,
I think XYZ is just generic. It's nothing special.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just like .io. I mean, that's just
.io is kind of like tech websites. .xyz.
Yeah, like a Web3 kind of address. That.
Yeah. And then integrate with these apps.
Definitely seems relevant. I mean, what's the price action looking at?
Right. So let's look at.
It's had a rough week. I mean, it was earlier, I guess a week ago, it was at like 85. Now it's down to like 48.
Right. So here's a chart here. It's only been it's tabulated by Binance.
Oh, so it's just launched. Okay.
November. Well, I mean, this may not be the launch. This is just when Binance.
Wherever they show that.
But I mean, yeah. Anyway, it's kind of been on a downtrend. Maybe not necessarily. It's kind of launched. At least this data is only from November, so whatever. But
I mean, there hasn't been enough data yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And it just launched on Coinbase, so typically you see some sort of boost, or more retail people will be exposed to it.
Right. So this says it's up 106% over the year. So this is coming in November too. So it must have just kind of been picked up by, I guess, general data from November.
Yeah.
So yeah, Coinbase has it. Coin market cap of 675 million. I think there's a total coin volume of 100 million coins, and there's 14 million in circulation right now. There you go, right there. Yeah, and there was an airdrop. So people that had ENS names that registered up until October 31st, I think, got an airdrop from their DAO that they just kickstarted. So I'm not sure how much was airdropped around, but it sounded like there were some comments in our group about it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
And I don't know if you can still get the airdrop, but I think that was part of their circulation or incentive to get a active ENS early.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And then, so here's an example of the app. So you type in app.ens.domains and you can be like, okay, well, what do I want to do? I'm going to do emsh, see if that's available. There you go. I can get emsh.eth right now. Blah, blah. Let's see if it's available. It is.
Okay. Better take it before someone else does.
Shit, I shouldn't have showed what I wanted. But yeah, so for 5 years, I need 0.06 ETH at $25, which is not that much. That's easy, but then you got to pay the gas, which makes it $225.
Well, that's what it shows, but I think it says up to. It says at most. So I think it just depends on the actual state of the network and how busy it is.
Sure. I mean, okay, here Lon's saying no rush. You have until May 2022 to claim your tokens. Claiming cost gas, so feel free to wait. Yeah, but does that okay, you have in 2022 to claim the tokens, but would you get airdropped if you registered now? I guess is my question. I thought the airdrop only applied to people that registered before October 31st, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to just think you could be like, hey, if I can I go get my? It's like looking for license plates, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Simple
Pretty
crypto. So simple crypto. Oh wait, look, someone's got it.
No.
John, what'd you
Oh,
do?
yeah. Oh yeah, I did that before the show. No.
So yeah, I mean, here's an example. This is the registrant, the controller. So like he has control over what happens here, and here's the addresses associated with that domain, and that's kind of how it works. So I think it's pretty cool. And I think they want to bring it into like, you know, it's everything. It'll be your Web3 avatar for other websites. You can sign in, you know, using Ethereum at some point to websites, just like you use Google now.
I mean, it just simplifies crypto further, because some people probably think that as a deterrent, like, oh, I have to give you some long number for you to send me something, and then you could mess it up. Just it's easy just to say, oh, ETH or m.ETH or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's making it user friendly.
Right.
Exactly. Adam, to your point, like using something like OAuth, like when I develop applications, right? We have Facebook, we have Google, we have, you know, all these different authentication methods. Something like this, if it's a trusted source,
yeah,
and it's free, right? And it's something that anybody can create. It's not creating. You're not using your email address. Not using, you know,
decentralized,
right,
secure,
right.
trusted. So this service is decentralized, by the way. It doesn't have it. Yeah. So
it's something that you create, that you trust, right? It's decentralized from your email, from your Facebook account, whatever it might be. That's something that a company or an organization could use to decentralize their authentication for external users, especially, right? It's just one other authentication method, and that's huge.
I know there was a protocol we talked about, not this one, but there was a protocol trying to replace domain names in general in the domain service for the internet, because just like we know that, you know, there's what I'm trying to say, when someone doesn't allow something to happen.
Authoritarian.
What?
Like authoritarianism, like stopping it, or what do you mean?
I mean, what is it called when
Or
you
just
suppress information?
Propaganda. Propaganda. You put out false information.
From a technology perspective.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm just saying, like people like Google servers or whoever runs the domains can be like, I don't want this.
Oh, censorship.
Yeah, why can't I do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if there's
Yeah,
public domain, if there's public domains or decentralized domains like EMS, then you can't censor the website. You can't take it down because it exists. So like that's the whole the metaverse Web 3.0 kind of is. No one owns the internet. It just exists.
Sure, and if you look at like how search crawls happen, right? I mean, the reason that search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo and all, you know, Yahoo, all these Ask Jeeves, or what was one? Mama.com was a good one back in the day. You know how their search engines work, or they go out and crawl, and they have to utilize those domain names as they go out, and if those get changed or they're not available, then that becomes a challenge for them.
Yeah, isn't that how Facebook like dropped globally last like couple of weeks ago? Like their domain got screwed up and no one knew how to talk to them.
Right. Yep. And if they can't crawl, right? If Google can't crawl that, or you search for, you know, CNN.com or whatever, right? If that's not available to that search crawl, it's not going to come up, right? And whatever, I won't pontificate on that. But if there's new things that are there that aren't available, it's going to be good and bad, right?
If you're not in the game, you're not going to get the shot. So you got to be, playing.
And then one more thing about it, Mike, you had a price prediction website. This is, I mean, who knows where prices are going to go.
Not financial advice. Do your own research.
Right now we're sitting at minimum price, so we're a little bit below that at the current moment.
Zoom into that.
Zoom in. Not the Spanx.
So could it get to 1,000? That's what, like how many X is that from here? That is like 35X from here
This is the price for what?
for ENS, the thing we were just talking about.
Okay.
It's just it's like someone doing prediction.
I mean, yeah,
based
just
upon
someone
a
who
model.
knows who this person
Average
is.
price, maximum. I mean, it's all
Right.
speculative.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks
Yeah,
like something that could bring simplicity to the retail market, and then for people to be exchanging as it catches up. Grab all the names that people are going to want, right? Like Walmart.eth or like Target.eth, or and then they're going to have to buy it from you, and then you'll get like a ton of ETH from them. Probably they'll be like, "Oh, I'll buy that for like 10 ETH."
I wonder if anyone bought ETH.eth.
Yeah, there you go. ETH.ETH.
I'm sure someone's got that. Hold on. ETH, not ETH. Yep.
Yeah. What about Walmart? I claim that one.
Expires 1 year. They only bought 1 year contract.
All right. We better put that in the calendar.
Walmart.
We're gonna
I'm
hack
sure
it.
people. Yep, someone's already got Walmart.
Of course.
So you had to put in that website that like reminds you that these are going to go out, like Google. Someone's
It's
got
probably a
Google.
good business.
Look,
Just
Google's got it
copying
till
the URL.
2034.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn, that might be Google doing that. They're like about to get it.
There's some developer sitting there going, I can sell this back for a nice bonus.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, so that's
Right.
kind of good forethought. I think it's got a lot of promise. It's pretty cool coin, and that is
Coin of the week.
coin of the week.
Nice.
DNF.
Good on you. That was a good coin. Learn some stuff.
Yes, sir. So did you guys hear about Marathon getting sued by the SEC?
No. What the hell's
No,
Marathon?
but I saw it in my portfolio.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Marathon, we talked about Marathon. They're a mining company, Bitcoin mining company, and they've been blasting off ever since. Look, it basically follows Bitcoin's price more or less because they mine Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But
Right. Yeah.
they made massive gains. Mike and I both own it, and it's been amazing. And then, in addition to what everything else happened, it like really got hurt on that particular day. Lost like 30% drop here because I think one, because Bitcoin went down, but then two, they are getting sued by the SEC.
What's the issue there?
Let me see. Marathon sued by SEC. Pull that up here.
Hey Adam, while you guys do that, I got to roll, but
Okay.
it's been awesome.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you guys.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming on.
Yeah, speak here anytime, Jeff.
Yeah, maybe next time.
All right. Go
Thanks,
for
man.
games. See you, buddy.
Yeah,
Safe investing.
absolutely. Hey, just weather the storm. That it's not really a storm; it's just correction.
Oh yeah, we're hodling. We hodl on here. We hodl
We
on.
huddle through.
Man, baby.
Love it. All right,
bro.
guys.
Yeah.
Night, brother.
All right, that was special guest Jeff. Hey, we are looking for other special guests. So if you feel like you want to join the show, reach out.
Please
Just
let us
PM
know.
Simple John Crypto or Big Daddy Mike or myself. Doesn't matter. Any one of us. All right, back to the show. So they tumbled 27% after the company disclosed or received a subpoena from the SEC about the partnership for a Montana data facility. So I don't know why the SEC would give a shit about them using a facility, but pretty much you hear SEC and people get scared. So who knows?
Yeah.
What's
It
gonna
just
really
says there's been a violation. They're investigating whether there's been violation, and they have not specified the nature of the possible violations while cooperating with the investigation. And
Right.
on October 6th, they entered into a series of agreements with multiple parties to design and build the data center of up to 100 megawatts in the small town of Hardin. It looks like.
So I guess maybe it has to do with their private offering, getting I guess, it's selling securities, and they probably didn't register something.
Could be like, conflict of interest or something, right? Like you have parties that initially buy in and then
Right.
profit
So
over time. Who knows?
I don't know.
Piece of pie, you know,
say what?
or they just want that piece of pie, you know.
Yeah.
Of
I
course.
mean, I don't know. Marathon's made us a lot of money on our traditional IRA. It's a good way to tap into the Bitcoin pricing. So it hurt to see that money fall off, but I probably should have took profits when I was sitting at like 55% up.
Yeah, gains, right?
And so, yeah.
You win, you lose.
We keep learning. I thought this one was interesting, and I actually think this is a good example of whoever wrote this article doesn't understand Bitcoin. So we've talked about, I think, Satoshi Nakamoto, like the fake. You guys have probably heard, like there's a guy that I guess has
claimed to be him.
Yeah, or people had claimed to be him. He doesn't necessarily say he's the Satoshi Nakamoto of writing the Bitcoin white paper, but there's a dead man family that is suing him because they said that he was the co-author of the white paper. So the guy that died supposedly helped this gentleman who doesn't claim to be the Satoshi Nakamoto, but they think he is. They're suing him for the Satoshi Nakamoto Bitcoin wallet stash, which is worth $64 billion in Bitcoin right now. And so the funny part of this article is like, basically they're saying, okay, yeah, if they find out who it is, you know, they're gonna sue for it. And it's like at the very end it says, decide the fate of the 1.1 million Bitcoins. Like, so this article thinks that this trial is going to decide the fate of the 1.1 million Bitcoin, even if it is Satoshi Nakamoto.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd have to.
The court can't decide what's going to happen to Bitcoin.
Right. No, of course not. Unless they have the person that has control of that wallet.
Well, even if they didn't have his private keys, or if they somehow he wasn't able to give it to him.
There's no way to prove it.
Right. Yep. Exactly. So like, it's just funny how this article is written. Like they're going to decide, and these people are suing them. And
that's typically how central banking works, right? Because then forfeiture, asset forfeiture, like, you know, the courts tell the bank, hey, this person is bad, take their money. And then the bank says, okay, well, I got to comply. I'm taking your money, or, you know, or your job if they garnish your wages, or, you know, so you're subject to their authority, but Bitcoin is not.
Right. So I thought it was interesting that they forgot to leave out that, oh, by the way, you know, Florida doesn't own these Bitcoin. And even if they tried to prove it, even if this guy was him, it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that their lack of knowledge of cryptocurrency. It's just more like a piece to get attention, maybe, you know, just.
Yeah. I mean, there is a big story about this general. I've seen YouTube videos about this particular guy, and people around the world do think that he is the actual one, but he's like, no, I'm not it. He has like, I think, some history in the cryptocurrency tech world, but
yeah, maybe he's just like part of the team, you know, because they said it could be a team of people that use the name, the suit.
And yeah, this Craig White
name. He was just the janitor of the building. They used his name.
Like, hey, you should try doing this Bitcoin thing. Okay.
Yeah, he just rolled up at the right time, and they're like, darn it, we got to cut him in. Yeah, Long says he's Satoshi Nakamoto. We all are Satoshi Nakamoto.
We are.
Not Long.
It's 16 billion in Bitcoin in that wallet, so
Pretty wild.
which is only like 5% of Elon Musk's total wealth. So
yeah,
I guess he
So
could.
is that wallet active, or is
No.
it?
Well, I mean, no, it hasn't moved since like. That's why they know. They were like, if part of that article was like he could prove that he is it to everybody if he just moved, you know, did something on that wallet. But yeah, there's been no activity on that particular wallet. So it's unknown. It's unknown.
nice.
And it's kind of part of if you knew who Satoshi Nakamoto was, not that it would say it would break the system, but it's kind of like a good thing that it's anonymous, because you don't know who like started it. So it's kind of like, it's just like adds to the.
It's like maybe becoming famous. You hide your face. You don't show everybody. You created this thing for good, and then you let it just spread, and then
It's the same thing with Shiba. You don't know who Ryoshi is.
okay,
We don't.
same
Yeah, he's a mystery guy.
Okay.
mystery man.
Mystery character.
Mystery dude. I mean, what if someone took that address and just sent it into like they just burned it? They just sent it to like Ethereum and it was just gone forever.
I mean, that's
What-
essentially what he did. He sent half of the supply to Vitalik.
Oh right, yeah. It was locked up with Buterin, and then I think they locked up another huge portion with like Uniswap or 1inch. I don't remember. I think it was Uniswap. And supposedly none of that supply went to any of the developers or the founder or anything. So none of them are whales.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, yeah, that's like them sending it to a particular address and it happened to be Vitalik. But I'm saying if you took the Bitcoin and sent it to an Ethereum address, it would just die because it went to the Ethereum.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you
So,
just
like-
burnt. Yeah, you're essentially just
Like, what if someone just burnt 1.1 million Bitcoin, like,
well.
as a way to deflation?
Michael Saylor said the honorable thing to do is die with your private keys and just
Right.
bump up everybody else's Bitcoin. You're taking it with you. You take it out of supply. It's going to make the rest of it that much more valuable.
Oh
But,
yeah.
I mean, if you have kids and stuff to give it on to, obviously they're going to take control of it.
Give them a
Generational
little
wealth, but
You don't want to like boil them too much,
yeah, right.
Give them a little piece,
But he was saying it's the ultimate charity because you just proportionally make everyone else's Bitcoin supposedly that much more valuable. And
Yeah, maybe. That might be
I mean,
true.
it's supply and demand. I mean, that's it. If it's the scarcest resource, then it's like, all right, well, once you take away, however much.
But
you
if
have,
your dad died and you had 30 Bitcoin and you were like, all right, Dad, just give me the private keys. Let's get on with it. I'll pull your plug in a second. And he's like, son, they're going to the blockchain burn land.
right, he's like, where do you want me to send it to? He's like, send it to Imstadt.
Just send it to M.ETH. He's like, is that 2 H's or 3?
No,
Oh,
no.
Oh, that would be awful. That'd be awful.
No, you just have to have something like connected to you. So it's like, remember, it was like it monitors your heart rate. So then when you die, then it's a decentralized autonomous organization contract that then releases it once it knows that you've deceased. Like it sends it to all
Like
the
they hold your
investors.
keys, but it's not really there until like
So you enter into the
heartbeat
digital
stops or something.
contract. Right. So until
They'll probably
it
do smart
confirms-
contracts.
Yeah.
Well,
you
that's
just
the whole point of
releases your
Ethereum,
inheritance.
Like, smart contracts. Just
Yeah.
disperse it automatically once person A croaks.
But how would you prove the
Transfer
crime? You'd have to have
all-
multiple family members like buy into it, or like multi-signatures, or how could you?
Well, I mean, I
protect-
guess you would just ask the people for the addresses that matter, and then you would just have that contract set up to where you deposit the funds. Then
But how do you
somehow
validate that
you-
you're dead? Because someone.
Well, maybe
There's
there's
an
a certificate of death.
That's the Oracle.
An oracle,
Confirm
an
that you're
oracle.
dead.
Chain will then validate the certificate of death, which then releases the funds.
So then you're
to
trusting the
people.
government to validate the death certificate, though.
I bet you there's going to be a
I guess you got to
decentralized
trust somebody. I mean, someone's going to say he's
Yeah, you
dead.
gotta
But that's
have
what I'm
some sort of
saying.
work.
If you have some sort of thing that's registered to your like heartbeat that monitors and tracks it, I mean, that's kind of getting into like weird territory already. But if
monitoring
you could
going on.
validate on the blockchain that your heartbeat stopped, then it releases the funds.
What if your heartbeat sensor lost Wi-Fi connection, and then it's like, you are dead, and then it's like, dead, sending out.
Sending out all crypto. You're like,
You're gonna start to
Executed.
see hackers.
you look at your wallet, you're like, holy crap. Well, that's
You're
the
going
thing
to start
about
to see hackers developing like these viruses or hacking software to like trick the Oracle software or whatever to make you think like the heartbeat is just stopped, and then it'll disperse the smart contract. I bet you stuff like that will start
well,
happening.
that's kind of the issue with integrating, bio and mechanical.
I mean, those are all cool like concepts. I'm sure someone will work it out. The part of passing down cryptocurrency when you're as an inheritance is something that needs to be thought about. I mean,
address.
right now you trust people to do it. You have
Yeah.
wills, and hopefully those wills get executed by
trust.
judges and things.
Right.
And
Right. Yeah. Fairly.
if you get hit
You
by
have
a car,
deliberation.
and you didn't share your private keys, gone.
I mean, all that's going to be replaced by smart contracts. Like a lot of lawyer functions will be taken over. A lot of lawyer functions and a lot of court, I guess they keep track of data. They keep track of records. I think all of that's going to be replaced by smart contracts eventually. And I think that's like a perfect example. It's a perfect application. Once person A dies, this money just is dispersed to XYZ.
Or like if you don't, maybe there's a way to like say if I don't touch this address for like 5 years,
a certain amount of time,
it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean that could be a possibility.
Like that might
be
a way
to
like,
on how you want to set up the contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean,
just make sure you make one annual like deposit every year, and then like that 1 year, 5 years later, you didn't do it. It'll just send to your daughter or whatever.
Yeah, that works. Just gotta make these FN statements.
Well, I don't know how to program, but maybe I should have learned.
Well, we could just create the company. We have to pay someone then to develop it, and then we have the idea. But now everybody has the idea.
John, I wanted you to talk real quick about your list that you put up on the site.
The Simple Crypto site.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah. So this is something I've been working on all year. I mean, it started from me just kind of coming up with a list for me to invest in, but it kind of became a list of coins that I think are really promising, and coins that I'm also tracking. And a lot of them focus on like these small micro cap coins, right? So I think the biggest success from that so far has obviously been like Shiba, XYO, Matic, and Loopring just recently. Like Loopring just like sprouted out of nowhere recently, So yeah, I think that list is pretty promising, and a lot of the data I get from, I guess, these membership subscription groups. So I'm part of these different Discords and Telegram groups, and people are throwing around all kinds of coins out there, and like you really don't know like what's good and what's not. So you just got to track it, and over time you'll see that a lot of them are pretty legitimate.
So how many times are you modifying that list? Is this like long-term kind of
something I've been working on probably earlier this year, like I don't know, maybe like right before the crash. I feel like it was right around when I started talking about Matic. So it was right before the crash. I want to say like April or like March maybe.
But should I be like frequently looking at that list, or like how am I?
I mean, I'm not updating like every day, but yeah, I mean, if you want to scout it once a month, I think I think maybe you can do some research on some of those coins on there, because I mean, a lot of these Telegram and Discord groups, there's just so many coins being thrown around. It's like you don't have time to look through all of them. You just kind of pick a few and track them and do a little bit of research. If it sounds promising and if it vibes with you, then go for it.
This is not crypto. I mean, this is not financial advice, by the way. This is for
way better.
Only. It's all entertainment, and I think you have a thing on there that says that. But
it's always it's good to have like either like things that you're researching, things that are up and coming, and then having a balance in your portfolio and kind of how you want to slide the scale of what you're holding.
Right. So the other piece of it is, I just think a lot of these technology projects, especially one with like good utility, I just think they're all going to go up because we're just like kind of in this wild west right now,
Yeah. I mean,
kind of when the .com boom happened, it's like, well, every little tech company stocks are just soaring.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it has the fundamentals, not always maybe the technicals right at the moment, just kind of stick with it. And if you can get it at such low costs, or you average in over time, and then it's going to sprout up, then you have some good chance to make some gains.
I think I read last week there were more addresses added to Ethereum than ever before, like in the last month, like more added in the last month than like the rate in which they're adding is
right. It's just exponential. Yeah. Right.
So I mean, just
Media has a big role in that, just because recently the prices are going up. People write articles about how great cryptos are, stuff like that. A lot of it's media hype, obviously. But yeah, to my other point, when it comes to coins that like moon rocket, I think a lot of it just comes down to who's sponsoring it. Something like Shiba, it's like, I'm in a bunch of Shiba Telegram groups, and just from the very beginning, they're just saying like, this is like a perfect plot to like beat Dogecoin and to like go to the moon and shit, just because
Well,
they weren't telling you how, but they were just telling you like, hey, like believe in this project. We got these things in place. You just got to believe in us, right? And it happened. It freaking happens. Go to the coin exchanges,
So it's the power of the people, the groups, the people, the consensus. Same with AMC, GME, all these different stocks that have gone up and kind of like squeezed, or tokens, Doge, right? Everything runs. The people just, there's that hype.
so there you go. You got long saying I use John's list as a helping tool to get people into crypto and a good start to look. So
hell yeah,
John, you can go get your ENS and simple crypto John at eth.eth.com and then send them to the little list. There you go. Send me the wallet. Send me a thing.
Donations if needed, if you want.
This guy just wrote his name, Josh Dixon.
Shout out to
oh, maybe he did a like. Maybe that's what that shows. I can't tell.
Okay, nice. Shout out.
Just our mom liked it. That's it.
Okay, well,
thanks, Mom. Shout out.
Fan.
Shout out to Lisa Moffat, #1 fan.
Yep.
All right, cool deal.
Do you have the links? The link about the buying the Constitution through the DAO.
No, it didn't work. I tried to put it up there and it didn't.
Look up CoinDesk and then like buying the Constitution. So apparently there's an original copy of the Constitution that was meant for one of the founding fathers, and it was in this like private collection. It's been there for like 34 years, and this DAO people coming together to purchase it, to let it belong, and once again in a Discord channel, 8,000 strong. They're talking about depositing ETH into this DAO that would then purchase the contract through auction and allow the people to own it, and then eventually buying other historical items, artifacts that they should be owned by the people. So I think
who's going to actually hold the physical thing though? Because that's going to be a problem. You bought it, you helped buy it, but then who?
Right. Well, I guess that's determined by the people that are running the contract. I guess that'd be stipulated in the contract itself. Maybe it's held at a centralized location with security paid for by the contract itself. Do they make money off it? Do they get a dividend back from it? Do they get to go see it? I mean, what perks of do you just say, and instead if you donated money or put in money towards it, then you can like display some sort of comment. So people were using that comment, like maybe it's going to be around. Maybe they think that comment's going to be around for however amount time. Just being part of something on the edge like this. It's kind of cool.
So DAO is like a autonomous,
decentralized autonomous organization. Yeah, so it's almost like a company or contract. Yeah, that will just run based upon its commands and inputs and variables. Yes.
So they want the law to run on a DAO, essentially.
No, I think this is just them trying to buy a physical asset through the DAO.
Through the DAO.
Trying to make a new constitution. They're not doing it.
A bunch of people are agreeing into a contract to buy this asset.
Okay.
And share ownership of it.
Okay.
So if you ever sell the asset, and obviously a constitution is going to be extremely valuable to own over time.
They said it may go
$100 million.
They say they may buy it for like 20 or so, depending. They have around 3 million deposited.
Who are they buying it from?
it's an auction company. So some estate has it and then they're selling it. So most of the time it ends up in like a museum or like other stuff, I guess. But apparently they're going to be buying it from this auction company. And it's just cool because they're using the ETH as proof of funds. So, that just shows that a real world company is allowing these people to say, hey, oh, you don't have traditional funding. We're not considering you. They're saying, hey, we have Ethereum. So that kind of legitimizes the space in the coin itself.
Yeah. That's cool.
I just think it's a little dicey when you talk about like an actual physical asset, because someone's still going to have to hold and be trusted to
Maybe
hold.
maybe they're just gonna like. What if they just make an NFT of it and shred it?
And just, I mean, I can actually kind of see that happening, like in reality. But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Why would they put it in a museum or something?
Say what?
Why wouldn't they put it in a museum or something? Why wouldn't you?
Oh, they could. Yeah, I mean, they could own it and then put it into a museum and they protect it. But I guess still, someone has to like take.
But then that makes it like into like now ownership of the museum. And then what if the museum's like, well, we don't agree with what you're doing. We're going to keep it. And now they're limiting access.
I mean, that's no different than any other special, fancy, historic thing. Like you have like the head of like an Egyptian mummy. Like someone owns it and they donate it or give it to a museum to show.
Right, the museum is just holding it.
Collectors, right? They're just displaying it and taking care of it.
But yeah, I mean,
I say we make an NFT and just shred it.
I actually kind of think that's a cool idea. But then, so like the DAO concept is cool though. Like, so what if you went even crazier? Like, what if you needed something that was $1 billion? Like you're like, let's just go buy something.
Google. Let's buy Google.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking more like some Facebook. Crazy, like I don't know, just some crazy shit, like at the space station or something. And there's like $10 billion, and you could all put your money in crowdsource to 10 billion. But I don't know. Someone's got to organize it and actually do something with the money. So there's a lot of risk there, I guess.
You're gonna buy.
Hopefully it's open source. Command whatever. You're creating that so then people agree on it. They can see what happens, and no matter what, it's just going to be based.
DAO is a contract, so like it can't use the money unless certain things are made, and I get that.
Right. Yeah. The ETH will just be held in escrow, and then it'll be.
But if someone writes that code a little wrong, then you can just rug pull.
That too.
That's how DAOs get fucked.
Yeah. So just
there's a little tiny blip in the code, and someone just zips it all out.
Cut once.
So I'm a little. I'd hang in the back seat on that.
Hey, risk and reward.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're up against the hour here. This was a good show. Thank you for listening again. We're going to put up the one more time. Let's put this up. 1 million Shiba Inu coin giveaway. Subscribe to the Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, and tag a friend in the comment page. Oh, that's why everyone's writing people's names. I didn't even think about that.
Nice.
I'm like, why are people just writing their names in the damn comment section and not saying anything? But they're doing what we told them to do.
Right. They want to be a Shiba Nair.
All right. Well, there we go. So now we got people tagging people. Great job. And then we didn't say when we're going to give it away. So how long's the giveaway? Christmas?
Oh. Yeah.
I was thinking like the end of November, like Thanksgiving.
All right, yeah, we'll do a Thanksgiving giveaway.
Or how about the 30th?
Say 1,000 mark or no?
I don't know. I guess we should have set the terms of this shit before we did this, but
we're altering the DAO.
Let's say the giveaway is going to be done. I'd say by the 30th, so 2 episodes from now. That's fine.
All right.
2 episodes.
Hey, and we didn't touch real quick on the infrastructure bill that has cryptocurrency legislation in it.
All right.
And that is part of the dump.
Is it?
I would think.
He was saying he was tagging a few people. There you go.
Yeah, can't blame you.
That's a battle crane.
Yeah, the infrastructure bill, that's probably a whole, I guess we can touch on that in the next episode. And
yeah, we have to kind of see what comes of that. But yeah, changing that definition of broker and, crypto, different tax implications.
Yep. And again, if you want to be a special guest on the show, reach out. We're looking for, it was fun to have Jeff on. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Mr. Myers, that was a good time.
I think Long's trying to roll up.
All right,
He'd be a
well,
good guest.
Long, let's get him on here.
Yes, sir.
Long ENS.
Long ENS. Oh, geez. All right. Well, I will
Don't let your kids watch.
I'll roll the carpet. Here we go. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Until next time, folks. Adios.
It's been real. It's been fun.